Hello, friends. It's
Hello.
the Cinemondo podcast with Kathy and Mark and Burk talking about movies. I go way back. I don't know about you guys. I'm a little older than you guys, but I remember this movie from a long time ago called Tron. It's about computers and stuff.
Classic.
And it had Jeff Bridges in it, and it was about the idea, which at the time was pretty radical, of physically going into a computer,
which is what we all want to do, honestly. Like, I'm in video games, I'm like, I want to live in here. Like, I want to be inside World of Warcraft. I just want to live there. I just don't want to. I think it'll be fine. I can just make stuff and live in Orgrimmar and be fine. It'll be good.
But yeah, Tron it's interesting because it came out in 1982.
Yeah.
Right? It was a Disney film. So I remember it was like, oh, it's Disney. It's kind of weird. Like
kind of radical for Disney.
Yeah. And it had a weird effect to it. It just looked different.
It's very cool. It's so 80s looking. Like,
so 80s. The second film was Tron Legacy. That came out like 28 years later.
Right.
Insane.
Now the third film is coming out 43 years after the first film.
Every 20 years we'll get another Tron movie.
This is a sequel that is really long in the making, or the third film in the series, Tron Ares, starring
what was
Jared.
The time in the original? What was supposed to be the date? Like, was it in the future?
I think it was in the present day because it was Flynn, Flynn's arcade.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was. Yeah, you're right.
Like very.
I'm trying to think like how close are we to actual Tron time? But I guess we're riding along with it. So
we are. And the second, the idea was that he gets sucked into the world of the computer. He's like de-resed.
That's right.
And then re-resed inside the world. Right. And then the second film kind of plays a little bit more on that, where the inside of the computer is now more advanced.
Right.
But evidently this new film has a twist.
Let's see it.
On that concept, instead of going in,
it comes out.
Yeah.
That sounds like a dream come true.
Let's check it out.
Let's check it.
Are we ready?
Ready.
Quiet. Are we ready?
Ready.
Quiet.
All right.
Since time
I like
began,
to keep the vibe of Tron.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a neon.
Yeah.
Man has gazed at the stars and he has wondered, am I alone?
Whoa. Oh, see that. That is
so much talk of AI and big tech today. Virtual worlds, what are they going to look like? When will we get there? Well, folks,
we're here.
We're not going there.
Oh, we're not.
They are coming here. I would like you to meet Ares, the ultimate soldier.
And he's cute.
He's biblically strong, lightning fast, supremely intelligent. And if he is struck down on the battlefield, I will simply make you another.
You think you're in control of this?
Cool.
You're not.
Gillian Anderson. That is cool. I love the music. My God, it's so cool.
9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
I hope it is. Is it?
It is.
Yes.
Okay.
But the original music.
I'm looking for something.
Oh, good.
Something I do not understand.
Yeah, you can tear Trent wrist.
Yeah.
A malfunctioning program who wants to live.
There he is.
Why is that? It's just a feeling. Fascinating.
Targeted missiles.
Wow. All new music by 9 Inch Nails.
Well, the original
Yeah.
music was by Wendy Carlos, who's
Yeah,
one
that's
of
right.
my absolute favorite
That's right.
composers of all time. And that
Oh.
if you can, it's hard to find this soundtrack though, but if you can track down the original soundtrack to Tron, it's incredible. Like it's like The Shining around that,
That time,
era.
Yeah, I love the red. It's kind of setting it apart because I feel like most were more blues and like more like blues and pinks before. I think kind of, but the super red and black.
Yeah.
It's really badass. It looks really cool and it makes it feel super contemporary. I love how that looked. That was great.
And when he's in the virtual world, apparently where he sees Jeff Bridges in there or Flynn, it has that look. They really sort of duplicated that original look that was kind of oversaturated and it had a certain grain to it,
Right.
which was something that's interesting when they processed it in the original film. They had to go through, I mean, now you could do that with a plug-in in After Effects or something, or it would be a process that would not be that difficult. It might be a little difficult, but not as difficult.
Yeah.
In the old days, it was a chemical process and they had to run through an optical printer and they were doing these different layers of the light on the costumes and making that glow. And then what happened was, because they had to do so many layers of effects, it added a certain kind of grain to it, which became the look, and it actually looks really cool. And there was also like a little bit of an edge to it where you could see where the matte lines would move a little bit.
Yeah.
And it added to it to me.
It had that
so
vibration effect kind of.
It looks like no other movie. If you go back and watch it doesn't look like any movie made before or since.
Nothing after. They didn't do it again.
I watched it recently, and it not only holds up, it's of its time, but it holds up as a fun, interesting, weird story. And when you watch it, just try to imagine what that must have been like to people at the time it came out. It's just so radical and such a
very radical,
crazy science fiction idea. I mean, science fiction writers had explored those ideas before, of the idea of like, tapping in somehow and going not physically but virtually into the world of the world that's inside computers. And then of course later William Gibson and people like that, but people like John Brunner wrote a book called Shockwave Rider, and even Philip K. Dick earlier than that wrote some stuff about virtual worlds, which is why I loved Tron when it came out so much. I was like, wow, this is going into things that I like about the science fiction books that I love so much. And it lives on,
It does. And I love how they open it with his sort of presentation or speech, Evan Peters, and he's talking about like AI, all that. And I love they're bringing all that into it because that's the big unknown. Like, well, how is AI going to do everything? What's it going to do? And I love the idea of bringing that into the whole video realm. Makes it feel super modern, and it also levels it up because that's the one thing no one's addressed yet in the Tron movies. What about this AI shit that no one's really thought about till now?
Right.
So I love that idea too, because then it's like, it does seem unstoppable now. It's like, the cat's out of the bag, you guys. AI is going to take over the world. We're in Terminatorville right now. Now we're in Tron also.
And there's
Tron
movies
makes it fun and helpful, but it's not going to be always, right? So
it's not all games. It's not all fun and games.
Not all fun and games.
Light cycles and things like that. But
it'll look cool though.
Yeah, it sure does.
But by the coolest lights in the world.
And the interesting thing is, you go back to films like 2001: A Space Odyssey, and you got HAL, which they kind of imply in that one zoom in shot into the round eye.
Little
if you see right there, I have HAL sitting on my desk.
Oh, there's HAL.
But HAL is like there was, of course, artificial computer intelligences in science fiction stories going way back, and the idea of a robot becoming alive, those kind of ideas. But now we're actually talking to our machines now, and
they're talking for us.
They have names, and we accept that. And there's people alive right now who don't remember a time when such things didn't exist.
That's right.
They've always had computer friends or virtual world. Like you mentioned World of Warcraft, where you literally, not literally, but where you go into another world and you're running down a street.
You have jobs, you have things to do, you have to go run errands, you have to go run errands for people, you have to go kill people, you have to
you get a feel for that realm that you're in, that place, and you remember cities. Like I remember Kathy, when we were playing World of Warcraft one time, I told you I'm stuck. I'm in this place and I can't kill all these people. You're like, where are you? And you came, and I was like, I think at the time my weapon, I think the only weapon I had, I was like an undead something.
Yeah, I think
and
you were still like level 2 or something.
My weapon was a broom, right? I had a broom or something. And I was trying to kill these things, and I was like, I don't know how to play this game. And you were like, hold on, I'll be right there. And
I'm coming to the rescue.
And so I waited, and then
area.
over the hill in the distance, I see this like flaming winged horse comes over the horizon, and this Amazon warrior with a giant burning sword with all the and you just like went like that, and all the enemies were dead. And it was like
easy.
Wow.
Wow, you're my hero. I know that was one of my greatest moments in Warcraft for sure.
But you get a feel for those places, and I think you stopped and you looked around and you went, oh, this is Brill. I remember this town.
Oh, Brill is so sweet. Everybody's so low level and cute.
Yeah. It's everybody there is level 1. You know?
It's very sweet. It's kind of a haunted house kind of looking area. That's very cool.
Yes.
Yes, that's where all the undead start.
You get familiar with those places, and that's what the world is becoming. We're like taking these baby steps into being more and more comfortable with virtual reality and virtual friends. And everybody says, I'm not going to say it because it's going to activate something, but SIRI, like if you say that name, you invoke this magical spell.
That's right.
And
someone answers you, I can help.
I know. And it's like, here's what I found.
And
now you could take a picture with your phone of something and say, how do I work this? And it'll say, oh, all you do is follow these instructions.
It's so weird.
Crazy,
it's so strange. Right? But I mean, I can't say if someone said right now with our technology, like, okay, right now I can put you inside the video game and you can stay there forever. I'd be like, okay, I'd be into it.
Depends on the video game.
Well, yeah, a good one, a fun one. I'd be scared to be in, Elden Ring, but I would be okay with Warcraft or something like that.
But that's what it was with that thing called Second Life. That was just a virtual world. It wasn't a game. It was a virtual world that you go in and you can.
I didn't know what to do in there. It didn't make sense to me. I was like, this is like real life. I don't need this.
The big problem with it was the fact that users could design it, so
ugly.
Of course it was absolutely hideous in there. It became uglier and uglier and uglier. But the thing with Warcraft and other games is there's designers, artists who design the world. And
you're awfully quiet, Mark. We're nerding out over here, and you're just asshole video game nerd.
That's your world. But I will say about this, it's good to see Jared Leto playing not a weird, wacky character. I mean, he's playing a soldier, but he sort of looks like he might be a hero in this in a way. So it's kind of
a hero. Yeah, maybe.
He might become hopefully. But then what's the message of the movie? It's like, just let the AI take over because they're eventually going to be on our side.
Or does he not want to be disposable? Like, is it weird to him to have to be killed and then just make another one? Like, is he going to kind of go, I'm not sure I'm up for this. Like, like maybe he'll kind of get into that zone of like.
That was his conversation with Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
Character. So,
what? So we have.
Well, Jeff Bridges is like the wise old man that's still in there. I guess
he's still in there because he always has been, right?
Yeah.
I also love
the red and the black and white kind of makes sense now. Like we weren't sure what that was now. It's very iconic. And then we have this one real quick, and then I'll let you talk, Mark. Then we have this great scene. I love that, like where they leave that trail, and the trail can become solid, and so people are getting affected by it. I thought that was a cool idea. But I love just the black and white and the red because they could have gone a lot of ways with this. And I just love that really simplistic black and red. It's really cool. Go ahead, Mark.
Oh no, I was just going to say I could watch the light cycles for 2 hours just with the sound effects. I just love
that music.
Stuff. Yeah, everything is great. So this looks like a lot of fun. It's cool to see a Tron movie coming out. And the fourth one's coming out in 2047, so that'll be fun.
I know we have time, but this looks like a big screen movie. So everybody go to your theaters. It's like people are going back. Superman did huge business. Get in there for Tron 2.
Another thing I have to say before we wrap it up is I have to give the proper props to a designer who is one of my design heroes, Sid Mead, who worked on the original Tron, and he's the guy who designed the light cycles and designed those vehicles and the things in the Tron world. He was, I believe, he self-identified as a visual futurist. And he worked on, Blade Runner. He worked on Aliens. He designed so many amazing things for films that sadly he's no longer with us. But I
You would
actually
appreciate this.
one
I
of my
think
old
you would.
roommates had a party when I used to live downtown in the loft downtown, and he had a party for this company. And he came up to me and he goes, "There's this guy who wants to talk to somebody. He's not talking. He's like kind of sitting there by himself, wondering if you could go hang out with him. He's a designer, and maybe you guys will have something in common. And his name's Sid." And I was like, "Okay." And I went over to this guy sitting in basically my living room, and it was Sid Mead. So
I don't know if I know him if I saw him. I've
well,
heard his name, but I don't know
I
what he
did,
looks
and
like.
I ended up just having the greatest like
That's really cool.
2-hour chat with Sid
That's
Mead
very
in
cool.
my own living room.
That's awesome.
And I told him, I said, I have a bunch of your books, and he goes, "Go get them. I'll sign them for you." And so I
Aw.
have all
That's
of my Sid
amazing.
Mead books have
That's really
his.
sweet.
Yeah, he was
That's cool.
very cool.
Very cool.
And we just talked about design and film and the future, and we talked about Los Angeles and all kinds of stuff. Really fascinating guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's
The
cool.
film world misses him.
That's
Right.
a great
But anyway,
LA story.
he's a big part of Tron, and the way Tron looks so cool,
Yeah.
and why Tron looks
Very
so
cool.
cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Tron Ares coming out
Looking
October
forward to it.
10th, so kind of a fall release.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
the soundtrack. That's right.
Yeah,
Nine
so-
Inch Nails soundtrack.
Yeah.
So cool. All right.
All right. See you guys soon.
Bye everybody.